We're talking 2 months of me working 7 days a week, 10 hours a day, and that's if you're highly organized. What do I mean by highly organized? All of your corporate documents going into this should be squared away. It's your board minutes, it's your stockholder agreements, your stockholder ledgers, your charter documents, all of your corporate contracts with outside third parties, your customer agreements, all your employee files. All of this stuff needs to be organized, and for me, electronically. And even if you have all that done, then it would be nice to just hand them a disk and say, here's all the stuff. Call me with any questions. But that's not how it works. So how it works is you have, ideally, everything is organized like I just described, and they then hand you this 20-page document, due diligence request list, and you have to, it's all sectioned and numbered, and you have to supply specific, and you set up an online data room, and you cross-reference all of the due diligence request list to the data room, and then you put information in the data room per their requirements as to how it should be put in the data room. Now, a lot of this is, yes, you do like copy your online contracts into the data room, but that's like a small part of due diligence. It's really a lot of customization. They want stuff going into the data room in their format, and you end up doing a lot of custom work. Okay, it could be, give me a list of every employee since inception that's been in development versus non-development. Okay, that's highly specific. Who would do that, right? Give me, maybe all my insurance policies are in the data room, but no, give me a summary of all the insurance policies with the deductible, the policy number, etc. So the point is, be highly organized going into the process, because there's a lot of original work that you need to do throughout the process, get it in their format, and the worst case scenario would be is if you weren't organized and you had to go like chase down a stockholder agreement from some stockholder you haven't heard from in 2 years, or some terminated employee, you have to get their confidentiality agreement and you don't even know where they are. All that stuff's important, so it needs to be in your files and in the data room. So that's what when I talk about being organized, that's what I mean. And then you got all this custom work to do. So when I talk about the 2-month process, I'm talking more about that, and you can't shortcut it. I've done this so many times. These big companies, they're kind of all the same. I mean, they just have the process. And so, so that's the due diligence process, and the CFO is the point man. A lot of people around him want to help, and they do. You give them assignments, here, work on this, put it in the data room, work on that. But at the end of the day, you have to complete this due diligence list for the buying company, and it has to be complete. And you have a full data room, and then on their end, they've got every expert in their organization looking at what you gave them and asking questions.